What's good? So today I'm actually just going through this is Sam, and make sure you press that subscribe button. Going through the minutes watched. So on YouTube, the bigger factor is not the views, but actually the minutes watched. And let me explain that. If you have a video and you get 10,000 views on it, and people only watch the first 2 seconds and then they click out on it, that kind of gives kind of an indication of the quality of the content of the video. Versus if I get, say, 2,000 views a month, but people watch 98% of my content till the end and then they click on another video, that says something about the quality of my content. So on YouTube, the primary factor that they are looking at is the minutes watched. Now, I'm looking at the entire year right now. So, and then there's other engagement statistics you can look at, like the number of comments, the number of likes, the number of subscribers, the number of dislikes, etc., etc. So, I just want to go across the board here. The data is lagged. Today is the 18th, and I'm looking at data from the 16th. Because YouTube is always lagged by about a day or two in terms of the reporting. So as of 2 days ago, the month of November, 16 days into the month, I had the most number of likes in the month of November so far out of any month so far this year, the most number of comments, the most subscribers. I didn't check dislikes, but I would bet that's also probably right at or near the top in terms of the year. And dislikes don't necessarily hurt you. It's just another factor that goes into engagement. They could, right? If somebody sees your face and you're just like, "What the fuck is that?" and they click away, that could hurt you. And they press dislike as they click away, that could hurt you. But it's by itself not necessarily a gauge of whether your content is bad or good. That taken into context with a few other factors, maybe you can get a better picture of what a dislike might mean, if that makes sense. In terms of the actual views and the total minutes watched, as of the 16th of November, I'm about 80% of the way through. I'm about 500 minutes off of the month of October. So there's a very good chance that I could double the number of minutes watched for the month of November versus the month of October. And one of the reasons that's a little bit more meaningful for my channel is because for a few years, I started in 2013. For a few years, I only put out garbage content. No, I mean, yes, that's true, but also I only put out fitness type content. So there's definitely a fitness skew to the audience that I have. And I still put out some type of fitness related content because it's just part of my life. And generally speaking, New Year's resolution time, the very end of December and January and February, I see the biggest spikes in traffic in terms of the minutes watched and views, etc. And so throughout the year, you kind of get a little trickle effect where it steadily either kind of stays flat or trickles down in terms of the number of minutes watched and views throughout the entire year till you get to the very tail end. There might be a spike or two throughout there where it's not completely coming down, but generally speaking, that's how it's played out over the last 5 years. And 5 or 6 years or whatever it's been. And to come into the month of November, where it's been kind of going down most of the year, there's been a couple ups and downs, but coming down a good portion of the year, and then to have the month of November increasing relative to the month of October, and hopefully the same for December, that would put me on a good track for the month of December. Now, in order to re-monetize my channel, I need to hit 4,000 hours of watch time over the past 365 days. Now, if you look at that in terms of minutes watched, that's 240,000 minutes on an annual basis divided by 12 months. That's about 20,000 minutes per month. My record, I think, back in January and February of 2017, I think I had like 28,000 minutes watched in a month, a little bit over 28,000 and change. So currently, last month I had 4,500 minutes, so that was a big drop. Obviously, that was a spike in January and February 2017. And I had those were the two best months that I had in terms of the minutes watched. So currently, if you look at just this year so far, so obviously this is just from January till the 16th of November, that I have 75,000 minutes of content watched. So if you just did the math on that, 75,000 minus 240,000, you need 165,000 minutes more. So my objective is to at least get be on track at over 20,000 minutes per month before the end of March. Hopefully I can do that before then. And then obviously to build that up to 240,000 minutes, it's going to have to be 20,000. You're going to have to surpass 20,000 in order to be able to push that time frame down, if that makes sense. If you average 20,000 per month, it's going to take 12 months to get an aggregate of 4,000 hours worth of watch time. If you did 40,000 minutes watched per month, it will take you six months, like that, 6 months, to have a total of at least 4,000 hours of watch time. So hit that 20,000 hopefully well before December or before the end of March 2019. I just wanted to track the progress, and I think I'm gonna start shooting for Sundays, but at least track this consistently as I go along this process and see how quickly I'm able to get this to grow. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. On the way down to the comments, you gotta pass by that like button, so you better fucking press that like button. Please. I'm begging you. I'm tracking it as well.